Alright guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This. I'm going to continue with this Josh's continuous don't strategy, and then I'm going to also, play the lay 10 against it, 3 hits and down. Again, this isn't the ideal way to play the lay 10, but I do like playing against Josh in this fashion. So, still all for it. Hello, Skill. Still all for it. And I believe that's all set up. Get my stick. Work was terrible. It was absolutely awful. I was having to crawl around in containments and stuff. Hello, Crapstastic. Yes, it was terrible. Work was awful. Work was completely miserable. But it is what it is. I'm off for a couple days. Here we go, coming out. Yeah, we got a 5. $35 winner. Points going to 5. That was a 4-1. Alright, this is going to be at $75 in odds. There we go. And the 5 right back. Okay. 3-2. It's going to lose. It's going to travel. It's fine right now. 75 is going to go to 105. New don't. Here we go. Still moving along. And the 9. 5, 4, 9. So I'm done. I got my 3 hits. My bets are turning off. My lay bets off. Hello, Maria. Sorry, Melanie. Sorry. That was not like that was something. Melanie, I feel terrible now. Alright, here we go. This is the first shooter. And there's the 9 right back. So it's not going good for Josh so far today. 2 points made. I already made my 3 hits. Oh, it's not all good, Melanie. I can read. Alright, here we go. And we got a 5, 2, 7. So there was supposed to be a don't bet there. It would lose. And then these are going to get paid. Oops. It's not going to get paid out of his money though. It's going to get paid out of over here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, a little adjustment here, is since that was on a come out roll, I feel like I should be able to go back up also. So I'm going to turn my bets back on. All right, here we go. Because that was a come out 7. And ace, ace. It's going to win right here. And a 639. 639 is the point. I'm going to win $35 more. And It's going to be 75 in odds. And here we go. And we got a 516. 516. It's going to travel. It's going to be $60 in odds. Replace that. Put that right there. Next roll. Yeah, that was a high throw up. All right, here we go. And the 7. Okay. This is going to lose. I'm going to win $7. It's going to win 75. And this is going to win 75. Okay. That was shooter number 1. Okay. Yeah, she contacted me still. I was in contact. I've had a couple conversations with her. Hello, Larry. She asked me a bunch of questions about YouTube and stuff. All right, so here we go. And we got a 4. 314 is the new point. I'm going to win. I'm going to drop $1 and get 50. You don't. 100 in odds. That's hit number 1. Here we go. And the 7. All right, 0.7. It's going to win $7 here. Break all that up. This is going to lose. This is going to win 50. All right. Next round. There we go. Ace, ace. It's a $25 winner. He was supposed to have a quarter here. He's going to win 25. All right, here we go. Oh, the big ugly 6-4-10 for Jacob. Replace it. Points going to 10. $100 in odds. Here we go. And ace, ace again. Getting a lot of aces. It's going to pay. Here we go. 6-5, yo. 6-5, yo. It's going to lose. Going to replace it. Six, two, 8. This is going to travel. It's going to get 60 in odds. Oops, come here. It's going to be a winner for me. First winner. All right. Oh, we need another dope bet out. Sorry. Yeah, we got a 2-1-3. Winning a lot of frontline winners here. A lot of frontline winners. go. And the 7. All right. Next one. That's a 2-1-3 again. He's supposed to have that there. Heck, he's won $200 off just front line winners, it seems like. And the 4, 3-1-4, 3-1-4. Okay. He's gonna win 50 for $1 for me. He's gonna put 100 in odds. New don't. Six, 2, 8, 6, 2, 8. $35. It's gonna get 60 in odds. New don't. Here we go. 639. 639. That's gonna get 75 in odds. I'm gonna win 35. All right, that's 3. My bets are going off. New don't. And the 7. Josh's strategy is just it's rolling perfect for it right now. I mean, it's rolling perfect. I'm gonna have to trade this in for 500. All right. All right, next shot. All my bets are back on. 5-5 hard 10. Replace it. Points going to 10. $100 in odds, $25. Here we go. And the 7. 0.7. $7 winner there. All right. Next shooter. I don't know if I'll go to Oaklawn at all. It'll be hard to play the anything but 10 at Oaklawn because they only have $250 limits. There's another 3, another frontline winner. With the only $250 limit, it's really difficult to play there. I mean, I could make it work with $250, I guess. I guess it's not really any different. The mechanics are the same. I just got to figure out what I want to do at $250. $35 winner, 75 in odds. Here we go. And the 5. 325. All right, here we go. And the 6, 426, 426. 60 in odds. Another $35 winner. My bets would go off. All right, here we go. 6, 4, 10. My bets are off. That's not affecting me. Well, I mean, I can probably show up down there. I was going to go this weekend. Wow. I mean, I don't. No one can beat Josh's strategy if the dice roll like this. There's a 7. No one can beat this strategy. Not with it rolling like this. No repeaters. Just straight making numbers, then making points. All right, making numbers, then making 7s. There's not a strategy that can beat this. Doing that. Not if it rolls like 4 points, 4 separate numbers, and then a 7. 4 separate numbers, then a 7. I mean, without playing the exact same strategy. This is actually pretty amazing the way it's rolled out. Here we go, coming out. And there's the yo. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm just random rolling though, so it is what it is. We started with 2,500, 415, but it's just if it rolls like that, there's no way. I mean, there's anything but 10 doesn't play that fast. It never will ever play that quickly. 4 rolls. Because on the 7, he's winning $300 or $400. I mean, it's a great strategy, so that's why it's working the way it's supposed to work. Okay, gotta get odds. It's just falling very well, very well. And there's the 4, 3, 1. Drop $1 for 50. Put that 100 out there. Not if the rolls went like this, it wouldn't. The regression wouldn't work at all if the rolls went like this. Because even though you'd win that initial big one, your wins would be small. So then on the 4th roll, when he wins all of his bets, you're not going to win $400. That's what he's winning each roll. This one was a little shorter. It only had 2 points. But then he got a 7, so it's just rolling correctly. I mean, it's awesome. I'm really happy that it's doing this. It's amazing to see it. I have seen tables do this too. It's not like it's unusual. Because it's not rolling like an abnormal number of something. It's staying very consistent. No, yeah, his strategy is very good. It's very, very good strategy. The only way Josh's don't strategy loses is if there's a 2-1-3. Is if there's a long roll, but even then it has to be a long roll with a ton of repeaters. That's the only way it loses. Hard 8. So if there are a lot of medium rolls, like 5-roll rolls and 6-roll rolls, that's exactly where he wants to be at, because most likely he didn't roll 5 of the same number. So if it's doing that, if it's not rolling 3 of the same number, then it's going to win every time on that 7. It's going to win on multiple numbers every time. That's the brilliance behind this strategy. That part, see, he just went 0.7 again. See, 0.7 is great for him because on 0.7, he still makes 50 bucks. It's not that my strategy is doing bad. It's doing fine. It's just it can't keep up with this win rate. It's not built that way. So I would never, if this was the rolls of the dice, I would have to play my strategy way, way bigger. So if I was playing at $50 and $60 wins, then maybe. But that's not where I'm playing at. I'm playing at $35 wins. So that is fine. I'm not complaining or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'll never be able to compete with that at this level of the strategy. 6-5 yo. It's actually very, very brilliant strategy. His strategy is actually great, guys. It's really good. Oh, I might have just got my butt kicked right there. I've had 3 10s, but I'm not controlled shooting. I'm just random rolling. So honestly, it doesn't really. This competition that I have going with Josh's strategy, I locked myself into one style because that's the agreement we made. If I could adjust what I needed to as we went, I would beat him every time because I would just go up. But was not the agreement, so that's not what we're doing. There's a 6-6-12. Hello, Foz. Hello, sir. So 6-5, yo. So unless we just roll like 211s right here, I'm not going to win this one. It's not geared the way I have the competition built right here. It's not geared for me to win. 6-3-9. It's actually very anti my strategy. And the 6-4-2-6. So this is the last shooter even. So unless he just goes on a terrible run here where it gets 20 repeaters, he's going to win. But again, this is not even how I play my anything but 10. It's a 6-5-1-6. But it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. All right. Next one. And the 5-4-9. So he has had a couple knocked off here. I don't know that it'll really matter. I mean, he would have to go for a while. I'm actually just going to keep collecting. This is the last shooter. So I'm not going to turn off. Well, when I agreed to the terms, it wasn't really set in stone yet. Like, I didn't really know. The way he proposed it was this. And at the time, I didn't really know what his strategy was. So he said he had a strategy that could beat what I was doing at the time. And what I was doing at the time was 3 hits and down. There's a 3-1-4. I was doing 3 hits and down like this. And the 6. So he is having a rough go of it right here. This is the $90 level. but it's still way ahead when a 7 rolls. It'll catch it all back up when the 7 rolls. Here we go. And the 7 right there. So even though, I don't know, he got knocked off 3 or 4 or 5 times or whatever it was, it's my last $7. It's still going to end up profiting out of that roll. So that's 120. 120 is going to pay 100. So that's the key to a strategy, is that with the tiered levels, it catches itself. As long as that roll doesn't go 40 rolls, it'll catch itself. And that's the brilliance of it. All right, so that was our final 7 there. That's what's so smart about the strategy, is the tiered part of it. All right, so let's see where he's at. He did pretty good. The one thing about his strategy is he plays it with $2,500. There's lots of people that play with $2,500. I don't know that you have to play it with $2,500. I mean, it definitely helps, because if you do have a bad run, it will help a lot. So looks like he made about $700. All right, there's 2,500. $2,600. 26, 50, 60. Okay. So 32.60. The 7 and 11. 32.60. I know I didn't make good. I'm not even sure I profited, because I don't think I could have. That's the one thing about random rolling this too, is that it's not really indicative of how it plays. All right. There is a way, I guess I could probably make it more even, is if I tiered my bets also. On the DC, the 2 and the 3 are a winner, and then the 12 is a push. If I tiered my bets to where, like, if I made it through the first 3, then I added 70 or something to the 10 and put some more out there. If I tiered the bets like he tiers the bets, then I could probably make it a very even match. But it's just the mechanics of how it plays. The anything but 10 is not made to be played like that. It's made to be played for a couple shots and get your money and leave. All right, so let's see where I ended up. 2013, 23, 24. I lost just 23, 24, 65, 24, 24, 70 something. Can the DC be hedged before getting to place? Sure. Yeah, you can play the 11, or you can lay a bet. or you can play the hop sevens, or I don't know. There's a tons of ways to do it. Yeah, there's tons of ways. So, Josh kicked my butt there. Round 3 goes to him. Okay. Share away, Miss Melanie. You guys, it is not Maria, it is Melanie. So, since I called her Maria, I feel like I owe her something. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. Lily, hey, hello, Lily. I bet they are. I bet. Yeah, that's pretty that's pretty awesome. So, at the end of this video here, since it's where I'm at now, I'm going to play the anything but 10 for a minute, and I'm actually going to shoot. And I'm going to progress it up as I go. And I'm going to see how far I can get. So let's see how good I can shoot right now. Can I miss the 10? I don't know. 12? Okay, that's actually a loser. 6, 6, 12. $15 right there. I swear I roll one of them every time. Okay, so I have the 6s on top like this. Hello, Cody. Good to see you, man. And then I put the 4s facing me. So it actually sits like this. So it actually sits like this. So when I grab it just like you'd throw a traditional shot, like a 3-finger grip or whatever you want to do. 12's a loser on the come out because it loses on the pass line, because this is just a push. So on the come out, a 12 is actually a $15 loser. All right, so what I do is about halfway down the dice, guys, just like a normal 3-finger grip. And all I'm doing, I just do that so I can just try to get them to fly through the air in the correct fashion. Yes, not the lay. No, it has nothing to do with the lay. The only thing that messes with your lay bets is the number you're laying and the 7. Everything else doesn't matter for a lay bet. All right, so what you do then is when you're throwing, of course, you want the shortest throw you can throw. You want the absolute shortest throw you can throw because this is hard to do to make them not spin, right? But more than spinning, it's far more important to make them land flat on the ones. If you make them land flat on the ones, for you to get a 10 is pretty difficult. It's when they get cocked a little bit that you start getting weird numbers. But if you make it land flat on them ones, as flat as you can get it, you'll have really good success. All right, so here we go. Hard 8, 4-4 hard 8, $35 winner. All right, so what I'm going to do is as I go, every $100 I'm going to bump up the 10 for $40. So that gives me $20 to play with. I'm going to spread $20 out there somewhere. See, that was a very good shot, even though it got tilted. It was a very good shot because the dice were never going to have a real good chance to land back on the 6. All right, so there's a 5-1-6. As long as you can keep them off the 6, you're in good shape. Because that only leaves you with being able to roll the 5-5-10. All right, here we go. Oh, that was a tumbler. I almost lost because it tumbled. If you guys watched that one there, it was tumbling. It was like a normal dice throw. It was just slow. But it was still tumbling. All right, so there's the $100. You don't want them to tumble. You don't want them to tumble at all. It's the less tumble you can get, the better. All right, so we're going to go 40 on the 10. And I'm going to add 20 out here. 21 maybe. It's not a big deal to add one more dollar. All right, so we're going to go to the 6. So then I'm going to look for another 100, and then I'm going to add 40. So each 100, I'm going to add 40. And the thing about it is you can reset it where you're at. I mean, because this should be covering this the whole way. So you should just always be able to reset it right back where you're at. As long as you don't roll the 10, you're in good shape. 6-5, yo. It's not going to do anything. We don't have nothing on the yo. All right, here we go. Oh, it was a tumbler. And we get, okay, perfect example. I hope you guys could see that. Okay, that was the perfect example of a terrible throw. All right, 6-4-10. And I got it because, very simple, I tried to put a little more air on my dice. And when I did, I pulled them and they went like this. And they started spinning and rolling in the air as opposed to, what am I trying to say? As opposed to staying flat, as opposed to knuckleballing. All right, so we're going to pull this back down. All right, so I need, I'm going to get a $300 marker here, so I'm going to have to start over. So that's 110. You put $300 over here. Well, you're stuck on that, aren't you? All right, here we go. That was a pretty good roll. They did tumble, but they tumbled one step. That's a 5-4-9. All right, so this will work. What they did is they got in the air and they tumbled one spot, but they tumbled to the 4s. So that's good. because the 4s are just like the 6s. Right? So that was a 9. It's a $35 winner. And there's a 12. You just have to practice. It's all the control part of the throws in the controlling the tumbling. Okay. That was a really good throw. One of them, my dice tumbled a little bit, but it wasn't terrible. That's a 7. All right, I'm gonna put this over here. That's just a wash everywhere up there, so I'm just gonna keep shooting. But you guys, on this, everybody's gonna be different. I've had a lot of other people comment saying that it works better for them to throw the dice low. It really doesn't seem to work better for me to throw the dice low. All right, thanks for stopping by, buddy. So yeah, it is. The lighter the throw, the less velocity on the throw seems to help. But I seem to do better when I get the dice up in the air more. All right, there's a 6, 3, 9. We're all over the 9. I actually don't like to be hitting the 9, guys. The 9, hitting the 9 is not ideal for me because it takes, to roll a 9, you have to roll a 5, a 4, or a 6, or a combination of both. So all of them numbers are in the 10. So I actually don't like rolling the 9. I don't want to see a bunch of 9s. I don't want, when I'm rolling, this is backwards for me. I would rather these be over here. So I'm doing something incorrectly. All right, there's a 2, 1, 3. So I want to be seeing these numbers, the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. And I'm getting a lot of 6s. I'm getting a whole bunch of 6s, which puts you in line to get the 10s. You don't want the 10s, guys. 10s is not good. And there's the 9 again. So we're hitting. It's still a winner, guys. It's not like it's not good because it's a winner, but it's showing that my throw isn't doing what it's exactly supposed to do. I'm missing somewhere. There's something I'm doing incorrectly. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm adjusting the height and stuff of my throw. So now I'm going to do something that I've been doing when I start messing up is I'm going to back my throw up a little bit. I'm going to back it up. So I don't have to throw it as far. All right, there's a 2, 1, 3. See, one of them dice still got to the wall, so you're going to be fine there. You throw it short like that, and one of them dice jumps over and hits that wall, you're never going to have them say anything to you. Now, if you do that, yes, if you can avoid the 4 or the 6, you're pretty safe because that limits you to just the hard 10. All right, so it still hit a wall. They're probably still going to be okay with that because it did bounce off a wall. You probably couldn't do that shot very often. There's a 5. But it looks like this adjustment may be working. On the first 2 rolls, I'm not hitting the 6s anymore. All right, I threw it a little further, and here comes them 6s back. That's a 6-5 yo. Okay, move this up here. Yes, the ideal number is to have a 3 come up because then you have a winner. Not all of them, Ed. Some of them aren't. Some of them aren't. Now, once they hit the table, they do. But in the air, they're not all tumbling. I've slowed it down a few different times on different stuff. Like that one didn't tumble at all. It still rolled a 549. It didn't tumble. It turned sideways a little tiny bit, but it was definitely not tumbling. Watch, I'll purposely mess this throw up, okay? So I'm purposely missing, I'm gonna throw this one. In fact, I'm relatively certain that I'm gonna roll a 10. I'm gonna purposely mess this throw up, all right? So I'm turning my bets off here, guys. My bets are off, okay? Because I'm gonna purposely mess this throw up, and I'm gonna put just a little bit of backspin on it. If you do this and mess up, I mean, it comes up 10 a lot. Five, 4. So they definitely got one of the numbers. All right, so that one don't count. But I put just a little bit of a backspin. Like, so basically, guys, in that instance, we'll put that one back here. Oops. I don't know what the point is. It doesn't really matter. If I roll a 12, I'll just lose $15. But in that instance, like, that would have been considered a good shot in a normal circumstance. In like a traditional shot, them dice stayed together, good backspin. A lot of people would have liked that shot. For me, that's death. If I get them shots, if I get that shot going, I'm going to lose. All right, so this time I'm going to try to throw it correctly. And I get a 6-5 yo. Still got similar result, but the one difference is I was really never afraid. When I saw where that hit and how it hit, I was relatively sure I was not getting a 10. Five, 1, 5, 1, 6. You're late. It's all right. I already got beat up by Josh's strategy. Couldn't handle him today. The dice were too good for him. That was rough. 6-4 right there. I actually liked that throw, and I still got a 6-4. So that wasn't good. All right. 300 more. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17. I'm just a little bit off of the average I need to be on, so I'm not too worried about that. Dialing it in. Let's move over here, see what happens. All right, there's the 8. 5, 3, 8. So I'm moving over to the big 6 and the big 6-8 as my landing spot. I don't think the landing zone matters at all. Hard 8. I really don't. I think it just dictates kind of how you throw the dice. So if you're spinning the dice really bad, you might want to throw them straighter. Oh yeah, I've already got most of it made back up, I think. So if you're spinning the dice really bad, I've noticed if you'll throw it more down the pass line, it helps. Now, if you're not spinning the dice, I feel like landing it right in the cum is about your best bet from what I've experienced. So that was a tumbler. That's our third 8 in a row. So that's where all the 8s were hiding over here. One thing you guys noticed is I haven't rolled very many 7s, right? 1 7 out of all this. That's pretty crazy. Normally I get 7s a lot. Oh, there's one. I talked that one right up, didn't I? 527. All right, next one. $617. Here comes the sevens. Here they come. 617. $7 winner. I have noticed that when I start getting on these rolls of sevens, one of the things I like to do is take these down $5, take them all down to 20, and then it makes my seven worth 15 more dollars. And so when I start really getting on rolls of sevens, a lot of sevens coming up, that's one of the things I like to do. There's a 213. 213. Something happened there. I twisted the dice. I've noticed something about twisting the dice. Twisting the dice in the air like this doesn't really seem to make any difference. From what I've noticed, it doesn't really matter that you twist the dice. 628. Yeah, playing the horn with this is actually very good. Uh-oh. That was a forward roller. I rolled them forward. I got lucky there. 516. 516. That rolled forward. Still, the 92% came through for me. And there's a 213. It may be time to get the horn. We got a lot of horn numbers. A lot of horn numbers. So let's pull this out and see where we're at money-wise, since we gotta pay back some money. $300. $100. Okay, so we're down a little bit. Just a little bit. Keep on keeping on here. That was an absolutely perfect throw. It rolled over on the 7, but if you guys watch that one, if you can slow it down or pause it as it's going there, you'll see that them dice, they go like this high off the table. They never tumble. Now, it did get the cheap winner. Be nice to get a different number, but you're not going to roll very many 10s with that throw. And there's the yo, 6-5 yo. Might be time to go and drop this $4 horn down. It cuts into your 7 winnings, but your 7 will still win. It just only wins $3 now. But you win on all them other numbers. 549. So you get a win on everything else. So we're going to keep replacing this $4. I should have just paid 31 there. I'll do that next time. $426. All right, so I'm going to pay 31, guys, because I'm going to replace my $4. that tumbled. Got lucky. Got lucky. 415, $31. I'm gonna keep that horn out there for a while. It seems to be keeping me off the numbers, so it might be worth the money. Oh, there's the big ugly hard 10. So that's the 10 we should get. That's the 10 that we should be getting. The 6-4 is a bad 10. That 6-4 is ugly. All right, so $4. Drop this and put $1 back. $6.39. Oh, I'm gonna let my horn go down. $6.39. The 9 is on fire. On fire. Okay, so we're going to move the landing zone again. Let's see something else. Let's chunk them to this back corner. It's a lot longer throw. Let's see if I can do this. The only time I might think you might want to do this is if there's just tons of chips at that end of the table. Hard 8. 4-4 hard 8. Like if it's just covered in chips back here, you might want to hit that don't come box maybe. I don't know. This right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's that right there. These not being out here has caused that. Because we've rolled good enough rolls, number-wise, count-wise, but we had, that was a tumbler, 617. But our accuracy, our precision of the rolls, we've had too many horn rolls. So that's killing us. The horn rolls are actually killing us right now. So there is a precision factor. 7. We're getting all the 7s in that corner. I'm not really able to control them either. They're tumbling. So it's really thrown into that corner. It's just all the 92%. Yeah. I'm not disappointed with the number of rolls is fine. Like I think we're well within the range it would takes to win on the rolls without having any without playing on any kind of pitch count. It's this right here that's killing us. This is what's killing us. Because the actual number of rolls I think is fine. Oh, there's a forward tumbler. Drop $1. There's a 314. Throwing into that corner is actually very difficult. Throwing into that corner is actually super, super difficult. It is being effective. There's a pretty good throw. 639. That 3 jumped right over. I knew I was safe. Knew it was going to be a winner. Uh-oh. 325, 325. I don't honestly when they're going over to that corner, they're all tumbling, and I'm not getting any advantage, I don't think. Not over there. But it's working, so I'm not going to quit. Oh, hard 6. I'm actually getting good results, so take a break. We're here. Got to get this. All right, here we go. I guess I was way ahead of the video. Sorry about that. 628. $35 winner. All right, let's take a little stop here and clean up the money. See where we're at. $300 right there. $100 right there. All right, so we're doing okay, I guess. We're catching it. Yeah, absolutely. Four, two, six, $35 winner. No, it's just doing fine. I'm totally pleased with this. I may not be in the lead right now. I may not be in the profit, but I'm getting there. It's coming. 5-1. I'm getting there. Very simple strategy. Still takes technique. Technique's working. 639, 639. $35 winner. Oh yeah, one hit and down. I mean, if you play one hit and down on this, I mean, you should win so much of the time that I don't even know. It should just be totally ridiculous. Well, there's all our markers, so we're winning. Whatever, we're up $100 or something. Probably 100. I don't know. We're up $100, I guess. After 3 tens, which cost us $900. So that's how much these tens cost us. They cost us $900 in profit. $900 in profit right there. Oh, and there's the 7527527. $7.07. We'll win $7 on that. All right. It's very hard to show one hitting down videos, fives, because they're not very long. One hitting down videos, people don't get as interested in them. All right, here we go. And there's the yo, 6-5 yo. I don't really know what we're at. It's a lot of rolls with only 3 tens. We're in the lead. Again, it's one of them situations where I don't know how to prove it anymore. Let's grab some red dice. Let's swap up the dice. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I just rolled all the tens out of those dice. Very well could be true, I guess. All right, here we go. Let's switch this landing zone up, all right? Let's land all the way in the other corner if I can. I don't know if I can even do that. Oh, 628, 628. Yes, yes. If you press this, I'm not showing that right now, but if you will press this, you'll win a lot more money. Oh, there's the 5-1, 5-1-6. Because by pressing, you don't have to adjust the lay bait. You don't have to, because the pressing is, if you do it with the wins, it's just part of the winning. It's you don't win as much per win, but if you go without a 7 for 10 rolls, it catches itself plus money. So, I mean, the half pressing from the beginning on this is a great move. And there's the 7. There is the 7-4-3. Yeah, you can do that too. I like regression followed by half pressing. When I run out of these white chips right here, guys, I'm going to quit shooting. So however many more shots that is, it's 13 more shots. I'm not going to roll a 10. 13 more shots. We're putting them right here on the on button. 13. Put a little pressure on myself. Got to put the pressure on. Hard 8. 4-4 hard 8. Yeah, they're hard 8. Gotta have some pressure. It's easy to just sit here and throw the dice down the table, right? There's nothing on the line. Six, 3, 9. Oops. You've got to have pressure on yourself when you're practicing, guys. That's one good thing George likes to talk about, is putting pressure on yourself when you're practicing. Because there's going to be pressure on you at the casino. It's pressure there. 5-1-6. So you want to try to make it as real to the casino as you can. Here we go. 3, 2, 5. Five, 3, 8. Boxcars, 6, 6. All the dots we got. That is not a good indicator. We don't want to see the 6, 6 or the 4, 4 very much. That means that we're getting the number we're trying to avoid. We do not want that number. We want a 3 on the dice. I had to get another drink. All right, here we go. ace ace. So that's our first ace ace, guys. That's crazy, right? That's a first set of aces out of all of these rolls. That's pretty crazy. That is a ton of rolls for just one set of aces. All right, here we go. 7, 5, 2. Oh, I don't have. I'm gonna drop $3 into my stuff over here for 10. The old on button is he's running out of chips, guys. I'm beating the on button. I'm about to beat him. All right, here we go. 6, 1, 7. 6, 1, 7. $7 winner. All right, so the on button, it literally has 4 chips left. 4 chips. I need 4 more rolls before a 10. 4 more rolls. Let's try to get some hit rolls. Now my goal is to have all hit rolls. Hard 4. That's what we're talking about. Drop $1 for 50. All right, here we go. 5, 2, 7, 5, 2. Two rolls left. 2 rolls left, guys. That's it. 2 rolls. Oh, Lord, George is here. I was just preaching your blessing. George, you are the man. And we got a 617. We are dialed in to that 7. I'm talking dialed in. All right, so I'm going to drop $10. Get 3 back over here. All right, last roll. This is the last chance. This is the very last chance that the 10 has to get me. So this is for George. This is for George from CY, the best craps dice controller that I am aware of personally. 7, 4, 3. Bam. Okay. Let's rack up our money. This is our actual money. This is what we're winning. Let's get these other winnings. I'm all over here. All right. So, I'm going to trade these in for red chips. The 3 10s. Because they're bad. Bad. Three bad 10s. Ugly. Alright. These are all horn numbers. Them are all 7s. These are all winners. Alright. What I like to call the winners. Okay. So let's count them up. 13 horns. 12 7s, and 37 winners. 37 winners, okay? So 37 winners there, and then another $84 from the 7. So let's and then these are dead numbers. We never won on a horn bet. So let's see what the total rolls were. Total rolls. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, 62 rolls, 3 10s. That's about every 20 rolls. 110 every 20 rolls. I'm sure most of you guys would accept that as pretty good. See what it equated to in dollars. Had a lot of horn numbers, so it's not going to be as high as it should. Either you got to bet the horn or you got to miss the horn. One of the two. Either way works. And that's a good old 100 there. Okay. I'll trade this right here in for 2 greens. All right. 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 25, 35, $1,039. $1,039. We're up $439 after rolling 3 10s, which is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Not really. I'll take this every day of the week. I would take this every day of the week. But so I can't argue it anymore. It's just takes practice. Anyone can do it. I've literally been doing this about a month now, and I can do this pretty consistently. This falls right about where my average is. This is actually just a tad above my normal average. I think I average 18 rolls between 10s overall. So again, guys, this is very simple to do, simple to practice. It doesn't take a ton of, so the one thing, and George can vouch for this, and all the other dice controllers in here can vouch for this, right? All the other casinos in here can vouch for dice controllers. When you're shooting dice the traditional way, so let's say you're shooting the 3V, right? So there is a ton of stuff that can go wrong here. Ton of stuff that can go wrong. Tons of stuff, right? First thing that can go wrong is your dice can do this number when you're shooting a normal, traditional shot, all right? The pendulum type swing, all that, all right? Another thing that can go wrong is that your landing zone can be incorrect, right? You can land here and it bounce off the rubber too far. You can land here and you get too far of a roll, all right? There's a lot of things that can go wrong with that shot, all right? Another thing with a traditional shot is that the obstacles on the table matter a lot. They matter a ton, all right? A whole bunch, all right? Another thing about a traditional shot is that the bounciness of the table has a huge effect. So if the table is it's like a trampoline, then your traditional shot is going to be so far off. If you mess up, it's going to go crazy. The dice are going to explode out of there. All right. So traditional shooting is an art. It is a difficult art. All right. Very difficult, not easy to accomplish. So guys like George that are good at it, it's actually it's a very amazing thing that they're as good at it as they are, right? Whereas a guy like me, I can shoot okay traditionally. I can do okay. I'm not the best for sure. I can do okay. But this shot is right up my wheelhouse because I don't got to meet all of those requirements. I don't have to meet grip. I don't have to meet grip, dice set, where you're at, pendulum swing wise. I don't have to meet the timing of your swing. I don't have to do none of those things. I don't have to meet a landing zone requirement. All I have to do, the one thing I have to do in the shot is I have to make the dice not tumble in the air. That's it. Throw them so they don't tumble, so they'll land on them aces. And they bounce off the sixes for me, and they roll something that's anything but 10. That's all I do. Let them land and let them jump over on whatever they want to jump off. Don't matter. Just let them land on anything but the 10. And you can do this repeatedly, and it's an ATM machine. So once you get good at this, you should be able to control the dice in this fashion far easier than you try to control the 7. All right? Controlling the dice in this fashion should be at least twice as easy by the natural probability than controlling the 7. You just do it over and over and over. 6-4, 6-4. Throw them from higher as long as they land flat. Oh, that one jumped right back over on it. So that was a mistake. Messed up. All right. Land them flat. They're going to jump how you want them to jump the huge majority of the time. I mean, it's not even close, guys. You'll just keep doing what you want. A couple of the negatives is if you're not at the table by yourself and you roll a 0.7, you're going to have to wait probably a long time to get the dice back. All right. So if you're not by yourself or with a group of people that's doing the exact same thing, then this can take a while. You can be at the casino a while with this, unless you want to play it a lot bigger, unless you want to play it to the point where you only need 1 or 2 hits to make your day. All right. If you can play it like that, that's even more ideal. Then it doesn't matter about getting to 12 rolls or 14 rolls. All you have to do is have 1 or 2 hits. I mean, yeah, you should easily be able to accomplish those things. And by easily, I mean ridiculously easy, guys. You should not, if you practice this, then you should definitely be averaging good rolls if you practice it, because I've only practiced this for a month. I use the 6-4, 6-4, but I've had a lot of people talking to me lately about this, and a lot of people have different sets they use. All right. I use the 6-4, 6-4 because it made sense to me. I haven't tried a different one. I just said the 6-4, 6-4s, 2 10s. If I make them land like this, most likely they're not going to land on 10s. Well, that one did. It jumped right over the hard 10. That seems to be the 10 I get mostly. It is the hard 10. It seems to be that when that rolls, when these do this number, I get it. I get the 10, the 6, the 5-5. I don't usually get a lot of 6-4s. I did today. I got some 6-4s today, but I got 1 out of every 21 rolls. Right, but this could be totally different for everybody. Like your set could be the totally opposite set. It could be the 1-3-1-3. That might be your set, and it might never roll 10s for you. It might just bounce around and never land on 10. So the big factors in this, all right, besides the controlling of the 10 or the 4, whichever one you choose. 4 is the same thing. I just chose the 10 from the beginning. Yes, that's what I did, Mr. Sledge. Uh, but the big factors of this, guys, is that you have a 92% chance to win it gifted to you. You have a 92% chance to beat the 10 every roll. That's the gift. That is the gift of the probability. That's the strategy. The strategy is the 92 and 8. All right. The technique and the skill involved in it is the controlling of the 10. That and so the strategy gives you the leg up right away. Just the mechanics of the strategy itself. The pieces in the strategy, the percentages, they give you the advantage right away. It's the control of the 10 that puts it over the top, that makes it profitable. All right. You could roll this random, and a lot of the times you're going to win if you stay on a pitch count. If you stay on a pitch count and you could just roll it random, like if you played 2 hits and down always on this, you could probably go a whole bunch of time without ever losing. I mean, you might go 500 times without ever losing at 2 hits and down. I mean, I don't know. When it's all random, you're at the will of that 8%, right? So if that 8% decides to show up 3 times right there and then doesn't, and you lose $900 and you leave, and then it doesn't show up again for 400 rolls, I mean, it's still that randomness there. So I don't advise to play this just directly on random shooters. I don't do it because I feel like if you're doing that, if you're going to go that far, why not just go practice? Why not you could build a little rig at home to practice just dodging the 10. Yes, in my opinion, you should not depend on other shooters. Now, what I would like is a couple other guys to practice this like I do, and we all go to the table and play the same strategy. I would really prefer it if it was the same number, if it was just the 10. Now, if they're on the 4, it's fine. When they're shooting, I'll just I'll switch the bets around. But that would be what I would ultimately like, to have 4 guys at a table. They're all going to roll in a row and roll the same thing, and you can trust to shoot at least 13 times, 14 times, if you know, before a 10 or a 4. Now, does that mean that they might go 3 rolls and then a 7 and the dice get passed? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is that you don't want to see a 10 out of them for a while. If I can get a couple guys together like that will put the time and effort into this, then I think you could win at the casino every time. I think you could win every time with this, especially with a team of guys doing it, or girls, or ladies. Sorry, Miss Melanie. I mean, just if you could, especially like at the 6-man tables, how they are now, if you could get 6 guys doing this, now the 2 on the end, I feel like should pass the dice. The 2 on each end, they should just pass to the 2 guys on the stick right and left. And you could swap that out. Like if you got to a place and you had 6 there and it was really dead, you could tell them that you wanted to swap out positions here and there. I feel like that you could load up a table like that and you could just keep doing this. Now, I don't know how they'd react to that. See, here's the thing is, okay, so this is one thing I've had people say that the casinos are going to react bad to that. But the one thing I think they won't. I think they won't care. Right? Because you're putting a $300 lay bet out there. Yeah, I agree with that, Brandon. I believe in frequency. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. But I just think that the casino won't care because you're putting that $300 lay bet on that 10 and they don't believe you can control that 10. So no matter how many times you're winning and how many times they're passing them dice back, they're going to expect that eventually you're going to get a run of tens, then they're going to get all their money back. I don't think they'll care. I just don't. I think that they'll look at it like that $300 is going to lose enough times. Because then you could take over the whole table right now. I mean, you don't have to. You go there alone and do it. If you can get to a table alone, or even at a table full of people, and you just wait. I mean, it's fine. What I'm saying is, it would be fun to do that. It would be fun to go and everybody be on the same page. See, I don't think that'll matter. I honestly don't think the casino will care about this one. You're not cheating. I think they'll look at it like you're not controlling that 10. That 10 will eventually beat you, is what I think they'll think. Most places, as far as I've seen, it's only six people, three on each side. Yeah. I mean, bogus, I don't know how different is it then if everyone was going there shooting a normal traditional shot and everybody's betting 96 across. They're not stopping everyone from betting 96 across. You know, four guys could go there and all be setting the dice and shooting and betting 96 or 320 or whatever, and they're not stopping that. Is it because you're playing against the seven at that point? Maybe it is. Maybe they would like, maybe that would be an issue. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've never had heat on me from a casino like that. I never have. I've never had it to where a casino's like, you can't make that bet. We're not booking your action. Oh yeah, the six lay bets, they'd be looking at that like, what in the heck? If I could get George on board with this, where George could come and do 60 and 70 rolls without a 10, if George could come do that, but so that's what I'm saying is they don't care about people's strategies, guys. Casinos do not care about strategies. I've never ran into a casino that's like, oh, you can't play that strategy. I've never seen that because they believe that the house edge will eventually catch up. They believe that the house edge will eventually catch up. I don't think so. I don't care if you cuss. This is a craps channel. It's 21 and older. That's right. And I agree, guys. I mean, I'll be honest though. I don't think even if all if we walked in there together, if we all walked in there together and we were all wearing team shirts with team hats and all made the exact same bets, they're still going to look at it like, well, these guys are going to roll a 10, so this is okay. Let them go. I just don't. Now I'll say this. I will say this. If y'all went to that table and 6 hours later, you guys, everybody had huge racks of chips and they hadn't won none of their money back, they might say something. They might make you quit. But that's not what we're going to do if this can ever materialize. Yeah, oh yeah, I've heard them talk about stuff like that, but they don't ever do anything. Yeah, I like it, Fives. Oh wow, that's crazy, bogeys. Yeah. Oh, I've seen teams at casinos before too. I've seen them lock up stick right one, stick left one, and then I've seen the guys at the other hooks over there. They're the big better. They just load up on the bets. Yeah, I don't have no issue with that. I'll provide them. I'll provide the shirts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's another thing. You could just ask. I mean, the thing about it is, guys, is I honestly, because of the house edge, I honestly believe that the casino will believe they'll come out ahead. I honestly believe that. And you know they don't believe in dice control, and that's not true for all of them. Some of them do. Some of them do believe in dice control because some of them have a dice control tournament. So them they all that casino obviously believes in it. Uh you do bring up a good point, Bogies. If we were all there laying $3,000 and we were winning a couple $100 each hit, I can see them questioning that for sure. I can see them questioning that for sure. I agree, Bogies. If you were doing it at that level, you're going to see they're going to be standing there wondering what's going on. No, I fives. I think if you had six guys walk up and put $5,000 lay bets all on the 10, and then play the exact same bets across, I I think you'd see some people. I think you'd see some people. I do. You'd at least see some managers come over and see what was going on. It's just unusual. It's really unusual to see those kind of bets. So not necessarily from a not necessarily from an individual bet standpoint, but six guys placing $5,000 lay bets or something, or $2,000 lay bets all on the 10 when they on every shooter like that. I I don't know that they would care, but they would look. I think they would look at that. Now, if everyone did $300 lay bets, I doubt it. I doubt they would care. But I still think when they saw what it was, I think they would look at it kind of like card counting. If you never deviated, if you did the same thing every time, they probably wouldn't have a problem with it. But if you started and you rolled and you rolled 4 times, everyone took their money, and then you came back a couple hours later and did it again. You did that a few times in a day, they probably would look at you. They would probably quit booking you. Yeah, they absolutely. Oh wow, yeah, awesome. Yeah, yeah. I want to start small anyway. Well, I haven't even been to the casino with this yet. I'll start small. I got to get 10 sessions in before I'm willing to let other people bet this same way on my throws, especially people that I have some kind of knowledge of. I have to be sure of it at the casino first. I have to get there and make some throws and dial it in. Once it's dialed in, I'll be happy. I'll be like, yeah, go ahead and put your money down. I will have no issue then at all. But I gotta check it out. I gotta see the new table. Yeah, you could play this in Hot Springs. The problem is Hot Springs has a $200 max bet or $250 max bet. I play in Tunica, Mississippi, and I play at Hot Springs in Arkansas. I'll go other places, like I'll go to St. Louis and play with skill. I don't have any issue with that. It's not that far from me. Yeah, see, I'm not sure on that bogeys. I don't know if it's just a $200 bet or $250 bet, or if they'll let you win $250. I'm not really sure which way they do it. If they'll let you win $250, yeah, it's no big deal. But even at a $250 lay, I would just have to adjust a few. It would have to be like a 20, 20, 24, 24, 20. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to play small. I'm going to do 10 sessions, guys. I'm going to do 10 $600 sessions is my plan, and see how 10 $600 sessions go. I feel like in 10 $600 sessions, uh, I feel like I should be up at least $1,000 in 10 $600 sessions. That's only winning $100 per session. All right. So I feel like that at minimum, I should be up $1,000. If where I feel like it should land is it should land far closer to like 14 or $1,500 with a very conservative approach with taking my bets down after so far and stuff like that, not just letting them ride. But so my goal is to kind of build on it. So the first day, I plan on going 3 hits and down. All right. Then the second session, I plan on going like 4 or 5 hits and down. The third session, go 4 or 5 hits and down, regress, and then just let it run. I'm going to build it up to see where I'm at. All right. So, in the long run, in the end, I feel like I should easily be able to make that kind of money in 10 sessions at $600 buy-in. And so as long as I can do that, as long as I can average that and keep my roll average the same, I don't think I'll have any issue. And if it works like that, then I'll just turn it loose. I'll just go with it. Now, one of the other things about it is when I do start adding the pieces to it, if I start seeing other problems like the 7 being too costly, that's one of the other things too. I want to be able to adjust some things that at my table I may not be recognizing, but at the casino I might. So that's kind of one of the other things too. I want to see some of that stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do is my first, I don't know, couple shots, I'm going to play the do we don't. I want to, I'm going to take a notepad with me and everything, guys. I'm going to take a notepad to the table and keep track of how many rolls I go before a 10. And I can see, I'm going to take $600 per session. So it's $6,000 bankroll, but not really. Whatever. Whatever fives. But so that's the plan there. I'll see how it lines up. I don't have any question in my mind that it's going to work. Yeah, I know a bunch of people that bring notebooks and record their throws, but I'm going to do that. I've already got uh, my little homemade uh, notebook, and I'm going to the homemade thing I made on the computer, and I'm going to print it off. All I care about keeping track of is uh, the tens, the hit numbers, and then the horn numbers. That's all I'm going to keep track of. I don't care what it is rolling. I'm gonna take $600 per session skill, so I'll probably bring 1,800 with me, but I'll just play 6 at a time. Because that will allow me to play the $300 lay-in, the 135 across, and it gives me a little room to hit some 12s for whatever reason on the come-outs. I hit 12s, so I guess I got to have a couple $15 to cover that. I do it every video, guys. Every video I make, I hit at least one come out 12. It's craziness. Thank you, George. That's a big compliment coming from you, buddy. Yeah, you can absolutely put $1. It is worth $1. I should actually be doing that because it is worth $1 probably. Because one out of every 30 of my shots, I definitely hit it. So I don't know. I don't have any idea why it always lands like that, but for whatever reason, it always lands that way. It's at least one. Yeah, it's cheap to hedge that out for sure. Yeah, as long as you're not using your phone, yeah, they don't give a shit if you're writing on paper. Hello? What's up, baby? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was wondering. I thought it was because I was drinking. the planner. I like it. I don't know if I'm any of that stuff. What I am is that I just didn't accept the normal that I saw in craps. I just didn't accept that that was correct, and I've always just fought to make things better or to see things in a different way. Because the truth is, guys, the traditional way that people say you should play craps is by playing odds. Odds is the best bet in the casino. I don't believe that, and I thought that that was silly, and I just have developed things around the basis that I don't think that's the correct way. And so that's how I've come to these other things that I've never made anything up. This is all stuff that other people have done. I've just put it out there on video. Okay, this is what I think works. Well, the one thing about the traditional way is, guys, is the traditional way of playing craps was essentially promoted by the casino. Funny, Googs. The traditional odds and everything was essentially promoted by the casino. So, hello, getting bent with Bo. What's up, buddy? So, that's why, odds, as far as I know, of course, I didn't play craps in the 60s because I wasn't alive, but as far as I know, odds started really small. Like, you could only do 2x odds at first and stuff. And then casinos started promoting that it was the best bet in the house, and so they made it 3, 4, 5, and then places went to 5, and then 10, and 20, and 100 now. Well, the casino is not going to put a 100x bet on the table if it's a good bet. You cannot make me believe that. So that's one of my huge issues with the odds. Skill. I don't actually know. I still want to go practice some first before I ever say that I can go and do what I do on these videos for other people for their real money. I need to get some casino in time first. That's the great part about this strategy, Googs, is with this strategy, you're still a light side player. You just took away the 7 from the casino is all you do. You just snatch the 7 away from them. So you're still a light side player. You just got to add the 7 into the light side. But once I get this dialed in, casino play and stuff, and all the new places we go, I'll still... Right. Yeah, absolutely. They can't bankroll them big odds. And another thing is if you ever notice, they promote the odds bet. Okay, guys? They allow you to control the odds bet. All right? They don't allow you to control the lay bet. They don't allow you to control your place bets. If you think about the bets they don't allow you to control, okay? I'm not talking about the stuff in the middle, okay? What do they allow you to control? This bet, this bet, this bet, and this bet. And this bet over here. This bet too. In the big scheme of things, all these are just okay bets. They're okay bets. No, they're not bad bets. There's no bad bets on the craps table. All right? They're just okay bets. These bets are the best bets. The don't and the lay are good. And there's no doubt they're good. But these bets up here, the lay, the don't and the pass and all that, you don't control them bets. They don't want you just willy-nilly adding money on there. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Now, I do think that because it's the way the payout structure and stuff is part of it also. But they don't allow you to sit here over on the don't and put it on the line and say it's a lay bet or something like that. You can play, you can play the point at any given time just by putting it on the line of the pass. Why is that? Because it's against the 7. They'll let you play that any time, right? They'll let you play the field anytime you want because you only have a 44% chance to win this bet, right? In my opinion, right, okay, so the DC has some moves to it, but it's because it revolves around the 7. Revolve around the 7, right? So all the bets that revolve around the 7, the casino likes you to play. Of course, we all know that, right? So the casino knows that you want to play the positive odds, right? Yeah, absolutely, that works. Well, if the casino knows, they know you want to play the positive odds, and so you'll play against the 7. All right, so they know you'll take the risk against the best number on the game. Yeah, anytime you have a DC, they want you to take it down. Because you're favored. That's why they like you to play the positive odds bets. They like you to play the light side bets because they're always favored on that bet. And so that's why in a situation like this strategy, where you take away that 7, you take away everything craps is built around. When you take away the 7 that way, you take away everything that craps is built around. Craps, the whole game of craps is built around playing a number versus the 7. That's the whole game. That's the whole game. Yeah, absolutely. My felt don't show that, but you're right. Most of the time, pass lines are big and don't pass lines small. You're absolutely right about that, Dirt Angler. And they make that field. You always notice how ornate the field looks, right, guys? The field will be in like calligraphy and have colors all over it. You know, they want you in the field. They want you betting the field. Do I think the field's a bad bet? Absolutely not. The field's fine. You can bet the field. There's ways to win with the field. You know, they make that come bet so big. All right. Part of it is because that's where you're throwing your chips for them to get them and stuff, and I get all that. But, you know, they don't even advertise a lay bet. You just have to know you can make lay bets. There's nothing back here that says lay bet. You just have to know that. If you don't know that, if you don't know you can make a lay bet, you know, so why is that? Why do they not advertise those bets? All these bets are advertised. They tell you what they are. You know, a lot of times there's felts that give you the odds. Right? So, okay, yeah, just like true free odds. That term is a casino term. That true free odds, you're getting the true free odds at no house edge. But your probability never changed. Your probability to win the bet never changed. So yeah, that if it goes exactly like probability, you're going to break even on that. You're going to win so many and lose so many, and it's going to break even. But the problem is that's not how it goes. Over 1 million rolls maybe, but not over the 100 you're going to see at any given session. Yeah, absolutely. But so, again, there's a lot of stuff that made me lean toward a different way of thinking. That's where this all started. This conversation here started from that. Well, different way of thinking when it comes to craps, where I didn't just adhere to the tradition. I just didn't say, no, that I don't think I should just be playing pass and come with odds. Partially because when I tried it, I got my ass kicked, but also because it didn't make sense to me because you never gained no advantage There's no advantage to it probability-wise. And in my mind, any game that has dice in it is a probability game, right? It's not an odds game. An odds games is like sports betting, all right? Odds games is like roulette, all right? Them are odds games. What are your odds? This is a probability game because you use dice to decide it. But yeah, so much of this stuff, guys, I've learned from you guys too, as I've just been putting these out, and you guys come and tell me stuff, and you say, hey, try this, try this, try this. Or you like, why are you doing that? You know, this works better. And so much of the stuff I've done. Sure, absolutely. And that's why, you know, for when craps first came out, like the history of craps when it first came out, there was no don't pass. There was no dark side when craps first came out. That was added in later. And then, if you notice, some casinos have put tables that went back to it. They have them crapsless tables. So they tell you this is their big selling point. You can't lose on the come out. You know, the crapsless table. You can't lose on the come out. They promote that. But the problem is you lose all of the other advantages on the board. You don't get the don'ts. They take away all the good stuff. They take away your ability to lose on the come out, which is meaningless, guys. The ability to lose on the come out should not affect your strategy at all. Should not, okay, guys? That should never, ever factor in to your strategy, all right? Because it's essentially a wash no matter which way you play, okay? Let me show you why, okay? So if you're playing on the don't, say $25 don't, okay? You lose with a 7 and 11, and you win with a 2, 3, or push with a 12, all right? So it's very simple, all right? You put $5 on the 11. Now you took that away, right? The other way around. If you play on the pass, you lose with the 2, 3, and the 12. It's pretty simple. You put a $5 C bet down. The come out roll should never, ever, ever matter. You should never let it dictate anything about your strategy. Never. Build in whatever it is. This is just the cost of doing business, all right? When you have to play this like this, it's the cost of doing business. That's all it is. When you have to flip it like this and play a C bet, it's just the cost of doing business, okay? So this is no longer a $25 bet. This is a $20 bet because you lose 5 here. So you accept that, right? You accept that. So you're making a $20 bet here. Same thing here. You're making a $20 bet. All right, it's gonna wash itself out. It's gonna go back and forth. You're gonna win some and lose some of the come outs here and there, but the huge majority of the time they're gonna move to a point number. The huge majority of the time. And so you should just never really be concerned about the come out. Now, I do understand when people get concerned about the come out, it's because their bankroll, it looks like this. It's only $200, okay? So now, when you're putting $15 on the pass line, this $5 is a huge deal. All right, so I get it. When you have a smaller bankroll, the come out roll can be very detrimental. Oh, absolutely, Skill. That's why if you're just looking to play odds, play the do we don't. It's very simple. If you want to be an odds player, just play the Dewey Don't. And you don't worry about this. There's no, the come out don't matter. You're absolutely right, Skill. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you can get if you're playing that style, you can get that bet you want at any time. Anytime you want that bet, you can get it. It's But so I don't play those ways. I use the Dewey Don't for the anything but 10, but that's just because I want to shoot for free. I don't want to have to pay to shoot. You know, I don't want to have to deal with hedging and all that kind of stuff. I just rather just shoot for free. So anyways, guys, I appreciate all of you guys for stopping by and listening to me and watching this. This actually did start as me and Josh's competition video and turned into all this other stuff, so that's cool. A lot of people stuck around to watch it, so that's even more cool to me. I appreciate that, you guys. It means a lot for you guys to stick around with me for however long. This has been 2 hours, so that's really amazing for me, guys. Appreciate that. And can I post Josh's tiers? Okay, yes, I will put it on a post, on a YouTube post, so that way everyone can see it, okay? That's funny. I'm going to get a video game. It's going to have a little set of dice. Instead of Guitar Hero, it's going to be Dice Hero. You throw your little dice out there, it has a little virtual craps table. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. And you guys have a great night, man.